And this is a bank that was so desperate to get in bed with anyone it could that it was really just open for business with the worst of American capitalism. And Jeffrey Epstein, I think, is the kind of clearest example of that. Jeffrey Epstein obviously kind of lied to everyone and said he was a billionaire and was this wonderful financier, blah, blah, blah. But by 2012, 2013, after he'd been convicted of sex crimes, people realized that he was kind of full of it and that he was, morally reprehensible. And so he started getting kicked out of his banks. And the final bank to kick him out was JP Morgan, which finally washed its hands of Epstein at the end of 2012, early 2013. And Epstein, who at this point was, had a lot of money that he had somehow from some people and was still trying to keep up this facade of being this international kind of businessman, didn't have anywhere to go. And he probably would have had to shut down his dirty little operation were it not for a certain bank that came and decided, even when every other bank had cut him off from the financial system, it was willing to get in bed with him. And that bank, you will not be surprised to hear, was Deutsche Bank. And Deutsche Bank continued to do business with Epstein up until the time of his arrest last summer. And that was even after multiple employees in the compliance division and elsewhere in the bank raised concerns not only about the ethics and morality of doing someone who is not only a convicted sex criminal, but also was well known to be having done a lot more bad stuff than what he'd been criminally charged with. But it was also that they were seeing signs internally of him laundering money and possibly bribery and things like that. And yet the bank, once again, overruled those concerns.